What up, you guys? We are in the middle of our week already. Where does the time go? It just flies so fast. This was my Friday for work, so tomorrow and the next day are my days off. Yay! We do have a full moon in Sagittarius tomorrow. I think it's early in the morning. I am not going to be filming our workshop early in the morning. I will be filming it sometime in the day when I get to it, and I will post it as soon as I can, but hopefully you will still get to see that relatively early-ish compared to when we usually post. So I'll do my best there, but yeah. Let's get into the reading. So we're here for our midweek alchemy message. We're using the Wild Unknown Alchemy Oracle deck. We're clarifying with one of my favorite tarot decks, the Mystical Moments Tarot. And let's just get right into it. This message follows so continuously from Monday. It's crazy. I'm actually going to reach down and grab this Monday card, just to show you the similarity. So Monday we had pulled the vision. For Wednesday, for our midweek, we pulled soulless splendor. I mean, don't you see the connection between these? It's like here is where we're peering into the future of what's coming, what lies ahead, and what we're moving toward, and what has the potential to come into being. And this card signals the fruition of our vision coming into form. The Soulless Splendor card represents like the warmth of the sun, light, splendor, abundance, illumination. These jewels are treasure and value. The sun back here is represented by, looks like a gold pearl. It could be a gold sphere, but either way, this is like this repetition of form. And it looks like, okay, so Monday we were like, I'm getting clear on my vision. I know the life that I want to build for myself. And now we're well on our way to bringing our vision into fruition and to living in the fulfillment of that dream. Because underneath Soulless Splendor, we have the Chariot. So the Chariot, did we have the Chariot energy? We did not on Monday, but the Chariot energy has come up recently. And so the Chariot card is a major arcana card that describes the moment that we have been able to successfully balance the positive and the negative energies within us, the masculine and the feminine, the inner and the outer. We've been able to balance the, variables in our lives and enact discipline and structure and practice restriction in order to gain momentum and move forward and build victory and success. But the Chariot card is forward momentum and forward progress and victory and recognition and early stages of success that do not come without hard work and focus and diligence and balance. So because of this hard work, it's like we are well on our way. We're clear about our vision. We know where we're headed. This woman, even though she is taking a snail into her future and she's leaving the past behind her, you can see the shadow of the castle that she's moving away from. She's going slowly but steadily and sure-footed, very stable, very grounded, and moving into a new day, a new dawn. New light is cast over the landscape here. So very exciting. Well on our way to seeing our vision come to fruition and fulfillment, which is great because, and it's not a moment too soon, because we have Stibis and Timony accompanied by Four of Cups. The Stibis antimony card is a material used in the lab, and this can be a very corrosive material. In fact, the only thing that it can pair with without affecting it is gold. And it's interesting too that we have this gold sphere this enlightened, mature, purified, unified, whole object here, right? A sphere is like totally whole. There's no cracks, there's no corners. It's like one unified thing. And it's golden, and it's been elevated from all the base materials into a pure, high vibrational material. Same within. It's like we have to tame and purify and elevate whatever it is within us that's eating away at us. And so it's so funny that me and my friend Amanda, we were laughing tonight at work because of the phrase, like, he's got a bit of that dog in him, you know, you might say that about an athlete. And we were all talking about how tired we were at work tonight, and we were laughing because we were just saying, like, I have none of that dog in me tonight. My dog is tired. And so that's kind of what this material has. It's like that angsty, animalistic drive to go after that desire, right? When you have like this, like a wolf, right? And that wants to go after something that it desires. Does anything stand in the way of the wolf going after what it desires? It does not. However, the wolf is untamed. It's not like a domesticated dog that can practice discipline and wait until it knows it's okay, at least when it's being watched, right? So there is a ferociousness that is welling up within us, and we are also sort of like in a state of like, I don't know, it's the summer of our discontent. We are in a malaise. We are, a little bit angsty. But there is something inside that is just eating away at us. And it's this insatiable desire for this beauty, this love, this abundance, this alignment with our purpose or success and some goal that we've been working towards for so long. And it just feels like, will anything ever show fruit? Will anything ever show momentum or forward movement? And so feeling dissatisfaction like that can be very toxic and very damaging for your manifestation. It can create energy that sort of blocks the situation from moving forward. This character is angsty. They're not seeing the opportunities that are presented to them. They're not seeing all the ways that they're sheltered from the storm. Their perspective needs to shift in order to get themselves out of their current situation, because there is a friend offering help here. There is, like, the universe is offering opportunity and resources, but maybe we're focused on our moodiness or the fact that we're upset that things aren't happening faster. So there's this sort of like impatience and angst that is sort of making like for an uneasy energy. It's building tension. I keep thinking of like the dog days of summer, when you're in that August, September dry heat where you've partied out all summer and you've had it, you're partied out, and it's like, it's so hot. You still have several hot weeks before it starts cooling off for fall. And you're like so weighed down by the heat of the summer that you're like, oh, so unmotivated. You're like, I don't want to go back to school. I don't want to go back to the main responsibilities. You're just like, sort of like, I don't know, there's this tension and moodiness and all of that. So something about that energy is kind of eating away at you. So if you can find peace within whilst still working towards moving forward, don't let that feeling of impatience and that fiery desire eat you up. We need that desire, because without it, nothing drives the manifestation forward. But the art of it is being able to hold an unmet desire and kind of like grit yourself through the pain of not having the desire fulfilled yet. If you can maintain the discomfort of maintaining the desire and also maintaining the unfulfilled essence of the desire, it's like that's the most powerful place to be in. It's so difficult, right? When you've wanted something for a really long time and you're like, oh, this is very difficult to keep wanting this so much and not letting it turn me sour, stay patient and stay in an optimistic mood. A perfect example of this is if you have been like single for a long time and just like not giving up, and not giving up on the dating scene and still keeping the desire. Because I mean, eventually you can be at risk of having like just sort of getting tired of the whole thing, and kind of like, so keeping the desire alive without feeling lonely for a partner, it's very difficult to find that balance. Or maybe I should say, we can't control whether or not we feel lonely, because everybody feels lonely sometimes, but neediness for a partner. It's like we can desire that fulfillment without being needy for it. Like that's the most powerful place to be. So I think we're wrestling with that a little bit right now, because the fire is turning into the fire that's like kind of raging, and it's going to burn us, and it's going to scorch things, and it's going to start the fire that's consuming things, rather than the fire that is fueling us to keep moving forward. So just be aware of that. Just try to redirect your angst into like the opportunity and to doing things that fill you up. And if you're not putting it towards taking steps to continue on forward towards your goal, then make yourself space to play and to recharge and to nurture yourself. Everything right now just needs time to come together. So it's just breathe. Give the situation breathing room, give your dreams breathing room, give yourself breathing room. Creatives, artists, people who make things, people who write or have ideas or exchange ideas or entertain ideas. You have to have that time where you just sit and stare at the wall that's not allocated to anything. It's literally time where you're like, I'm not about to do anything. I'm not putting on my shoes to go on a walk. I'm not like cleaning the kitchen. It's literally like sitting down for a minute and getting sidetracked and just kind of like staring off, and then like ideas come to you. Or being able to take like a really long walk and not worry about what time it is and let your mind wander as long as you need to. So breathing, breath, giving things space, giving things room for air to enter in. And so accompanying breath, we have 7 of Pentacles. So perfect card to end with, which encourages us to have patience, breathe. The girl here is in an orchard, sitting at the top of a fruit tree, and she's admiring an apple that she's harvested. And so the 7 seeds of this apple represent the 7, like all of the effort and everything that she has put into, years of tending this orchard. And now it's like the orchard is yielding fruit. It's not quite ready to, bring home the whole harvest yet, but soon enough, she will be able to reap the fruit of her labors. So instead of getting angsty right now, waiting for the harvest to come in and like frustrated with what we have and what we don't have yet, what needs to happen is planning for when the harvest does come. Say you have a harvest of apples in an orchard, and you're like, okay, all the trees have bloomed. I have millions of apples. This is great. But if you stop there, then your whole like crop is going to rot and you didn't do anything with it. So you have to plan for the success. You have to plan for the fulfillment of the seeds coming into fruition. So what do you need to do? You need to have people who can help you harvest the crop. You need to have a plan of distribution. You need to have the logistics worked out about how you actually get your apples into the crates, and the crates into trucks, and where are the trucks taking the apples? Have you sold any? Like, where, who are you distributing your product to? What are you going to do once you get that money? What do you reinvest? What do you put aside for taxes? What do you save for yourself? So there's always, whenever we are coming close to the completion of one phase, it's like we're always ready to jump to the next thing, but like be grateful for this little lull and this moment to catch your breath, because the moment the success comes, it's like there's more work to be done. It's like, okay, plan for the next step. What are you going to do with the success, right? You know, if you have a business that offers a service that all of a sudden takes off and it's more successful faster than you planned, it can be hard to keep up with, right? You need a plan of action. You need a structure ready to go. So instead of feeling angsty, just know that everything is so close, moments away. And right now, the greatest thing you can do for yourself is just have fun, relax, catch your breath, renew yourself, and figure out what you're going to do as you find that you are becoming successful in this stage. What are you going to do with the success that you are getting? For instance, if you're, say, a singer and you wanted to gain some celebrity and you want to, get yourself in the limelight so that you get attention drawn to your music and your, sort of like performance ego character out there in the world, right? So what happens is that many times someone will have a hit song and they're not ready for what follows up. And so that they just sort of become a one-hit wonder because they weren't prepared to follow up with another album and to go on tour and to continue working and to show up for like press conferences and all that stuff. They didn't know, I didn't have a publicist ready and I didn't have a manager and I wasn't ready for stardom because I missed the boat. Like I needed a whole team in place in order to catch this wave and do something with it. Same with like if you suddenly go viral, but it's on accident and you're not set up to monetize, right? There's so many ways that you could monetize yourself when you're viral. Do you have products? Do you have a brand? Are you selling a course? Do you have affiliate links that you have tacked on to things? Have you thought about the ways that you would, use that like moment of a sudden like boost in your traffic? Like, are you ready to capitalize on it? For instance, and another thing, and not just are you ready to capitalize, but if you had, say, a channel like my channel here, or like a social media platform, and you suddenly went viral, do you have enough to nurture an audience? Do you have content there that when someone goes to your situation, are you consistent? Have you already been building your material? Is there a material bank for them to say, I want to binge out on, what so-and-so has to say, so I want to go and watch a bunch of videos. But say you just randomly lucked out and had a compelling video that you made, but you've been wishy-washy and you haven't really gotten your, stuff launched yet. I mean, that used to be me. I used to want to make a channel and I didn't I didn't follow through with it. And it wasn't because I was lazy or anything. It was just because like with film, like my schedule was so all over the place. It was so all or nothing that I couldn't be consistent. And so like I was perfectionistic about it and I procrastinated for a long time for a lot of reasons. But I was so glad and so relieved once I started making consistent content. And I knew that because of my consistency, I wouldn't suddenly go viral and miss my chance to actually sustain any of that volume, right? Because if you have like all of a sudden 100,000 people see a video and they go to your channel, or if they don't see another like more content, like they're not going to follow you. So it's like, well, that was for nothing. It's kind of like when people are like, you need to get on, a podcast as a guest, and like that way their audience will look you up. It's like, are you ready? Are you branded? Are you ready to have people come see your stuff? So basically, this is the energy of like getting prepared for the success that is coming. So get your apple crates ready. Get your little apple trucks ready to go to market, because you about to be picking the apples and making some pies and some jams, some apple butter and apple bottom jeans. I am I think that's it. I think I'm done. So yes, our dreams are closer than we can even know. We are well on our way to living in the life that we dream of, to creating this beautiful world that we know is possible for ourselves. And right now, we just need to get over this little like hump of being angsty and maybe tired and soul tired and like fussy, like little babies. And just like wanting things to happen so bad. And I do remember that Page of Swords came out this week. And so Page of Swords has like a little bit of an energy like, hey, don't do things by any means necessary. The artwork is depicting like a young person just like swinging a sword very indiscriminately. So just be aware of that. It's like this dog that she got a little bit of that dog in her. Stibus and Timony. Just don't let that eat you alive, and don't let it lash out, and don't let it make you go to extremes or go to like methods that aren't on the up and ups, or like that aren't going to be sustainable, right? Don't let yourself do anything impulsive because of your kind of caged, hungry animal within. Okay, so getting out of this sort of discontent, dissatisfaction, boredom, not focused on the right thing, kind of preoccupied with like the negativity, but missing the opportunity, missing the positive in the situation, and, you know, just sort of getting taken over by that, like that animal within that's sort of eating you up. And then letting the situation breathe, letting yourself breathe, having just a little patience, relaxing, letting your mind relax, knowing that really good things are coming and things are coming into fruition and abundance and love and things are expanding. It's just going to take a little bit of time. So just prepare and be ready so that you know what to do once it happens. All right, you guys, I will see y'all tomorrow for our full moon in Sagittarius workshop. All right, ciao.